Now on Good Morning Northwest, a historic trial ending in a historic conviction. Donald Trump becoming the first former American president to be convicted of felony crimes. His response and how local lawmakers are reacting coming up.
And it is a great looking Friday forecast. The weekend looks a little bit different. We'll show you when rain returns to the inland Northwest.
And the verdict is in for the doomsday cult leader. An Idaho jury finding Chad Daybell guilty of killing 3 people. What's expected to happen in court today? You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Good Morning Northwest, I'm Sydney Charles. Robin and Natalie are off this morning. It is Friday, May 31st, TGIF. Mark Peterson also off today, but meteorologist Matt Gray is in with your first alert forecast.
The weather was so beautiful, Sydney, that everybody decided to take off and let us do the show. So, hey, it's 6 a.m. We are so glad that you're with us here on this Friday. It is beautiful out there and much warmer than it was yesterday, so we can wave goodbye to our risk of frost for a little while and perhaps a long while when you look at the long-term forecast. 45 right now in Spokane, Coeur d'Alene's at 42. It is going to be a beautiful day. And for the first time in a little bit, we're going to be up into the 70s. That's right. So a high of around 71 in the Spokane area today. A few fair weather clouds in the afternoon. Otherwise, boy, looking like a really, really nice day. Now, for the weekend, we largely see the same thing for Saturday, just a little bit cloudier and a very small chance for a few sprinkles. However, Sunday, things start to deteriorate. We are looking at a big-time rainmaker coming in for the beginning of June. It is rain that we desperately need, but certainly you may want to start thinking about changing some plans for Sunday and Monday. I'll go through the timeline coming up.
Matt, thank you. And this morning from the Breaking Now desk, Donald Trump is now the first former U.S. president convicted on criminal charges. The historic verdict coming after nearly 10 hours of deliberations. A jury of 12 New Yorkers found Trump guilty on all 34 counts, convicting him of falsifying business records to keep a payment to porn actress Stormy Daniels secret from voters right before the 2016 election. The former president marched out of the courtroom yesterday with his lawyer, Todd Blanche, by his side.
This was a rigged, disgraceful trial. The real verdict is going to be November 5th by the people.
And cheers could be heard in the crowd as news of Trump's conviction spread. The trial lasted 7 weeks with 22 witnesses taking the stand, including Trump's former fixer and lawyer, Michael Cohen. Stormy Daniels released a statement saying no man is above the law. His sentencing date is set for July 11th, just 4 days before the Republican convention. And following the reading of the verdict, Idaho Governor Brad Little came out in support of Trump on Twitter, writing, quote, "The American people will deliver the only verdict that matters in November. Hashtag Trump 2024. Now, in response, Terry Pickens, the Democratic candidate for governor in Idaho, released her own statement, saying in part, quote, "For years, Little and other Republicans have closed their eyes and covered their ears to all the shady, nasty, and cruel behavior surrounding Mr. Trump. But they always said he was innocent until proven guilty. They don't have that excuse anymore." So what's next for the former president following the historic conviction? That's coming up in the next half hour of Good Morning Northwest.
Guilty.
Well, more than 4 years after the murders of his first wife and his current wife's children made national headlines, doomsday author Chad Daybell faced his own judgment day and a possible death sentence. A jury convicting the Idaho father of conspiring with Lori Vallow to kill Tammy Daybell and Lori's 2 children, 7-year-old JJ Vallow and 16-year-old Tylee Ryan. The charred bodies of the kids found in a shallow grave behind Daybell's home.
3 dead bodies. And for what? Money, power, and sex.
Lori Daybell is now serving a life sentence. Prosecutors said the couple, who married weeks after the murders, wanted to start a new life and profited from the victims' insurance benefits. Daybell used twisted religious beliefs to justify the murders, claiming the victims had turned into zombies who had to be killed. Now, this morning, the jury will hear victim impact statements as the sentencing phase of this case begins. Well, the Spokane Valley Police Department arrested a man yesterday morning for stealing a woman's purse. On Wednesday evening, a woman told police a man pinned her against her car as she was putting her child into a car seat. and demanded she give him her purse. She handed it over and he left with it. She then noticed fraudulent charges on her credit card, and police used that information to track his location. And using video footage, police identified 59-year-old Keith Simpson and arrested him yesterday morning. He's been booked into the Spokane County Jail for second-degree robbery. Well, drivers who go through Riverfront Park will see major traffic impacts starting Monday. The southbound lanes of the Washington Street Bridge will be completely closed, and only one lane will be open for drivers heading north. And city crews will replace bridge expansion joints and the deck overlay. Construction is expected to last until August. Drivers should use Division, Monroe, or Ash instead. And just a few blocks away, the Post Street Bridge, that's been closed for 5 years, is expected to open next week. It will have one northbound lane for cars as well as pedestrian and bicycle routes. Good morning, Northwest. Time is now 6:06. Cold start to the morning, but warmer temps today and throughout the weekend for some exciting plans if you're headed out doing something.
That's right. Really exciting couple of days. Beautiful weather. It's not going to last forever. We've got some rain on the way that you need to know about, and some even warmer temperatures in the far future. All that kind of.
And a new program is letting people become homeowners with no money down. How it works and why some are afraid it may cause another mortgage meltdown.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
For 27 years, our promise has been to save you green.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
Like our $9.99 XLNY pizza. It's everything you'd expect from a classic New York-style pizza, hot and fresh out of your oven. Order now at papamurphys.com.
This Memorial Day weekend, are you settling in for an all-day movie marathon? You're not lazy, you're comfortable.
Relaxing away the afternoon, you're not lazy, you're comfortable.
Lazy Boy makes getting comfortable easy with contoured cut foam for arms and seats and a layered foam system for cushion cores.
And Kerner Furniture makes shopping for Lazy Boy easy with our price match guarantee and great selection.
Come into Kerner Furniture today during our Memorial Day sale.
When you relax in a Lazy Boy recliner from Kerner Furniture, you're not lazy, you're just comfortable.
When it's time to protect your home, call Everhart Painting, Spokane's premier painting contractor. Everhart Painting takes care of every detail and backs the results with their industry-leading warranty. Call now for our spring special. Everhart Painting, your painter for life.
I'm Ben Stucker. After a career in business, I felt a call to serve. I spent 8 years as the president of the Spokane City Council. I'm proud to have been part of the team generating record reserves, leaving the city with $35 million in the savings account. That's why I want to take my experience to Olympia, to fight for Spokane. I'm running for the 3rd Legislative District House seat, and I ask for your support.
Paid for by Friends of Ben Stuckert, Democrat.
Everyone's itching to win Northern Quest's Scratch and Win GMC Sierra giveaway. With $520,000 in cash and prizes up for grabs, it's only natural. But instead of a log, tree, or communal bush, all you need is your Camas Rewards card. Play daily to earn scratch tickets good for reward play, bonus points, hotel stays, and maybe a brand new GMC Sierra pickup. That's an itch we'd all like to scratch.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
Like our $9.99 XLNY pizza. It's everything you'd expect from a classic New York-style pizza, hot and fresh out of your oven. Order now at papamurphys.com.
Welcome back. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Moscow is threatening the U.S. and NATO for a history-making policy change. It says they, quote, will have to answer for letting Ukraine use their munitions for strikes inside Russia. That's a major policy change for the U.S. The Russian foreign minister says if the U.S. deploys intermediate and short-range missiles in Europe and Asia, Moscow could react with, quote, nuclear deterrence. The White House news comes the same day the NATO Secretary General urged members to loosen their weapons restrictions. And 15 Palestinians died in Israeli airstrikes in Gaza overnight. 3 men were killed when an airstrike hit their vehicle Thursday night. Then 8 members of the same family were killed earlier this morning by an airstrike on a house in a refugee camp. Israel's response to the October 7th attack has killed more than 36,000 Palestinians.
Takeaways in your weather. It's going to be some fun weather Friday and for most of Saturday as well. We might see a sprinkle or two, but really the rain's going to be starting up on Sunday and more hot weather is on the way after that.
In Cheney, a new aquatic center is a big step closer to reality. The City Council has just approved a construction bid for the project, costing over $11 million. It will feature 2 pools, a lazy river, and a water slide. It'll be located at the site of the old aquatic center on 7th and Cedar. Construction will start in June and should be complete in May of next year. Well, zero-down mortgages are staging a comeback with one of the largest mortgage lenders in the U.S. The new program is from United Wholesale Mortgage and led by the billionaire owner of the Phoenix Suns NBA team. The program allows buyers to pay for 97% of the home's value with a first mortgage. Then UWM would provide the remaining 3%, up to $15,000 in the form of a second mortgage. The second mortgage won't accrue interest, but it will need to be paid back in full. The mortgages are only open to first-time home buyers and those making no more than 80% of the area's median income. But some say it's bringing back bad memories of the subprime mortgage meltdown that fueled the 2008 financial crisis. Good morning, Northwest. Time is now 6:12. Summer is just a few weeks away, and if you're flying out of Spokane International Airport for summer break, the airport is opening a newly expanded concourse. An inside look at the new project and what this means for travelers. That's coming up on Good Morning Northwest. And as we head to break, a live look at the Pavilion in Riverfront Park, the event happening there this weekend, and the chances the weather will stay dry next in your full forecast when Good Morning Northwest continues.
It's the Coeur d'Alene Casino's $257,000 trucks and boatloads of winning giveaway. On June 29th, play to win extra play cash and this new 2024 Chevy Colorado Trail Boss grand prize.
Winning is just the beginning.
I have a love for design, and here at Wallflowers, I am the window treatment specialist. If you have needs for window shades or drapery or anything that can help enhance your home, please come in and visit us. I came to Wallflowers for the opportunity to help customers find ways to renovate and update their home and love the space that they live in. We offer multiple discounts year-round. It's gratifying to have customers come in and tell us about the new products that they have and their enthusiasm for the new look and the new update.
This Memorial Day, say goodbye to dish duty and hello to sparkling clean dishes with Fred's Appliance.
Bosch dishwashers are the perfect blend of efficiency and performance.
Top-rated Bosch dishwashers start at just $4.79 after a $50 mail-in rebate.
Hurry in for in-stock savings on all Bosch dishwashers at Fred's Memorial Day sale.
Visit Fred's Appliance today and upgrade your kitchen with a new Bosch dishwasher.
The new spring inventory is rolling in this week at Findlay Downtown Toyota. And that means it's a great time to spend your summer in a new Toyota. Whether you're pulling the boat with the new truck or taking a road trip in a cool 4Runner, Findlay has the perfect Toyota for you. It's simple. If you're looking for bigger savings, a better selection to choose from, and the best financing available now, you can find it all this week at Findlay.
We're having a fun Friday. Was it me first? My button is broke. With Alicia Keys, plus Paul Reiser and Michael McDonald. Next, Kelly.
Watch Kelly Clarkson today at 3. Are you ready to light it up, Spokane? Experience the all-new Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live Glow Party, featuring outrageous Monster Trucks action, including the electrifying freestyle motocross, spectacular laser lights, and the fire-breathing transforming robot, Transaurus. Plus the pre-show VIP and crash zone before each performance. And kids seats start at just $12. Come watch your favorite Hot Wheels Monster Truck toys come to life. June 22nd and 23rd at Spokane Arena. Tickets available at SpokaneArena.com. Country Homes Power, Spokane's Husqvarna Superstore, is the #1 source for the best deals on professional-grade power equipment. Mowers and zero-turn mowers, all backed by factory-trained staff. Country Homes Power, the best choice for Husqvarna since 1947.
It's the Coeur d'Alene Casino's $257,000 trucks and boatloads of winning giveaway. On June 29th, play to win extra play cash and this new 2024 Chevy Colorado Trail Boss grand prize.
Winning is just the beginning.
4 News Now is brought to you by Kerner Furniture.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
This is the fresh new look of the Spokane Airport's newly expanded concourse. This expansion is the first phase of a $150 million renovation at the airport. This project is an expansion of Concourse C on the west side of the terminal. The development means new gates, more flights, and expansion that's integral to the region's continued growth. The most important part is the addition of 3 new gates and more available flights. Those are critical additions after the Spokane Airport welcomed a record 4.13 million travelers last year, a number that's expected to jump to 6 million by 2030. And here's a look at the newly renovated space. Travelers can enjoy a wide variety of comfortable seating, along with a plethora of local restaurants, including Melt's Extreme Grilled Cheese and the Iron Goat Brewing.
The small businesses from the community, to bring them out here and make them part of the airport is really important because we're trying to be a reflection of the community.
The airport's CEO says these gates will take over for the current Alaska Airlines gates in place. Travelers are expected to be able to utilize this new concourse sometime in June. Very exciting stuff happening. And also some more very excited stuff. This is exciting things. This is a live look from inside the pavilion in Riverfront Park, which is right in the middle of Pickle Fest 2024. It's a jamboree and tournament celebrating the history and future of pickleball in Spokane. The tournament itself begins today and runs through the whole weekend. For more details, you can read our story about Pickle Fest 2024 on KXLY.com. So fun. And you say you're not a pickleballer.
No.
Okay.
No. I know that it's very popular and it's getting more popular. And I've heard that it can be a little loud.
Oh, you know, I've never been. I've seen clips online, but I've never been to a game.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, pickleballers, but that is all that I know. And I tell you what, if you're headed out to play a game on Saturday, or maybe you're hitting the links, doing some golf. Oh, it's going to be a nice day. It's going to be a nice day today, too. Second half of the weekend, a little bit less. But I tell you what, we were a little bit concerned we may see more frost this morning, but temperatures stayed pretty warm. Right now, perfect coffee drinking weather out on the front porch, 45 degrees. We're a little bit cooler in Coeur d'Alene at 42. We did see some upper 30s, and we still do this morning. St. Mary's, Sandpoint, around the Colville area and into Bonders Ferry. Winthrop in the Matt Howe Valley, or cool spot right now at 34 degrees. But I tell you what, especially in the northern tier, we are a lot warmer than we were at this time yesterday. We had a little bit of extra cloud cover overnight, so that certainly helped. Plus, our weather pattern is changing towards a warmer one, and we are going to be feeling that for today. Temperatures will get into the 60s pretty quickly here by 10 or 11, depending on where you are, and we'll end up at about 70 degrees as we get into the middle portion of the afternoon. And really, just tons of sunshine that we expect for today. A few fair weather clouds develop as we head into the evening. Temperatures remain in the 70s until about 6 or 7 o'clock. Our highs will be right around 71 in the Spokane area. And we'll see upper 60s in the North Idaho Panhandle. This is not going to last forever, although Saturday looks pretty nice. In fact, even a little bit warmer. There will be some developing showers, mainly up in the mountains. I'm going to give it about a 20% chance of a shower for Saturday afternoon, and I'm not expecting much rain if you do end up getting a sprinkle at your house. Now, Saturday, whole different story, or Sunday, excuse me, whole different story. First half of the day, I think you're going to be okay outside. Second half, though, the wet weather really starts rolling in, and this is going to last for a little while, bring us lots of beneficial rain all the way through Monday evening before this thing starts to wrap up. We've got a really good chance here to pick up perhaps an inch or more across the North Idaho mountains, and perhaps even around a ½ inch in Spokane, around many parts of eastern Washington. So that would really get us off to a great start in the month of June for rain because, well, it's been pretty dry the last 3 months. Speaking of dry, speaking of warm, the 80s are coming back next week. I'll talk a little bit more about that in the next half hour.
Matt, thank you so much. And good morning, Northwest. Time is now 6:20. Alex Crescenti is looking ahead to the WSU football season coming up next in Morning Sports. Thanks for waking up with Good Morning Northwest this Friday morning. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Global Credit Union serves the men and women of our armed forces stationed around the world. We're proud to honor our military members by wearing red on Friday.
Red stands for Remember Everyone Deployed, and 4 News Now and Global Credit Union are inviting you to wear red on Fridays too.
Show your support for the men and women of our armed forces.
Tell them and their families thank you for their service and for protecting our future. Stop by any Global branch and pick up a red pin.
And then remember to wear red every Friday from now until September 11th.
Hurry down to Walker's Furniture for big Memorial Day discounts, where all your favorite mattress brands are on sale, with even bigger savings on Beautyrest, Serta, and 40 more styles to choose from. Plus, take advantage of 5 years no-interest financing with no money down and no minimum purchase, so you can improve your sleep today and pay over time. Plus, get up to $300 of additional free furniture with select sets sold this final week at Walker's.
We invite you to experience excellence. Choose George Gee Kia Spokane. Shop us and you'll see we have
the best team in the Pacific Northwest.
George Gee Kia Spokane is locally owned and family operated. Located in Liberty Lake, just off I-90. At George Gee Kia Spokane, our mission is to exceed your expectations. We look forward to helping you find your new Kia. Visit the George Gee Kia team in Liberty Lake off I-90 or online anytime at SpokaneKia.com.
Want to instantly look more attractive and years younger? The solution is whiter teeth. But you love coffee and tea, maybe even wine or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs, the fast 5-minute revolutionary treatment.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised. My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. He said, "What have you been trying?" I said, "Well, I've tried this product called Power Swab." And he said, "I can't believe how white your teeth are." From that point on, I've been sold.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. After 5-minute daily treatments for the next week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Power Swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns.
This is a Power Swab smile. This is a Power Swab smile.
Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now to receive 50% off this Memorial Day. You'll also receive the Power Swab Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. And in addition, you will get free shipping.
Well, we are 92 days away from Washington State kicking off their 2024 season, and we now have a complete look at the schedule and what fans can expect as they begin a new era in the Pac-12 Conference. We already knew the kickoff times and TV locations for the Cougs home games, but on Thursday, we learned about the rest of the schedule. On September 7th, they'll welcome in Texas Tech to Pullman, and that will be broadcast on Fox. A week later, the Apple Cup at Lumen Field in Seattle will be broadcast on Peacock. Then looking ahead to the away games against the Mountain West opponents, you'll be able to catch those on either Fox or FS1. Now, the Apple Cup being broadcast exclusively on Peacock is very puzzling, especially when you consider Washington left the Pac-12 partially because they didn't like the idea of a new TV rights deal being exclusively on non-linear television. However, Washington State interim athletic director Ann McCoy says every game that's on across the various platforms is a good thing to expose the Wazoo brand.
I do think that this is just like college athletics, just the distribution of the content, I think, is such a moving, tumultuous thing also. So I do think, you know, that we'll see more and more of that with high-profile games, and all of it is, you know, something that college athletics needs to be open to.
Now, it is important to remember, even though Washington State has a scheduling agreement with the Mountain West, they are still not eligible for the conference championship. They are still Pac-12 members, you got to remember, but they could still sneak into the expanded college football playoff if they play their cards right. Reporting in studio, I'm Alex Crescenti, 4 News Now Sports.
The National Collegiate Athletic Association has agreed to drop a transfer rule for student athletes. The proposed agreement, just announced by the Justice Department and several states. The agreement would end a civil lawsuit against the NCAA over the transfer eligibility rule. Right now, student athletes who have transferred more than once are required to sit on the sidelines for an entire season before they're allowed to play at their new school. A judge still needs to sign off on that agreement. Good morning, Northwest. Time is now 6:25. Before we head to a break, here's GMA's First Look.
In this morning's GMA First Look, inside the $1 million plan to dive back down to the Titanic.
The natural question is why? I think all of us have to decide, is this kind of exploration and this kind of research valid and important?
Wealthy entrepreneur and Ohio native Larry Connor feels the trip can be made safely. And this morning, he's speaking out to GMA.
What is then the purpose of this planned dive down to the Titanic?
To demonstrate safety. If you look at submersibles that have been DNV certified, there's never been an accident. The Ocean Gate vessel was not certified and would never have been.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on this daring plan to return to the resting site of the Titanic and why Larry Connor believes it'll be a success. With your GMA First Look, I'm Will Reeve, ABC News, New York.
Type 2 diabetes? Discover the Ozempic Trizone. I got the power of 3. I lowered my A1C, CV risk, and lost some weight.
In studies, the majority of people reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it.
I'm under 7.
Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as stroke, heart attack, or death in adults also with known heart disease.
I'm lowering my risk.
Adults lost up to 14 pounds.
I lost some weight.
Ozempic isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take Ozempic if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Gallbladder problems may occur. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems. Living with type 2 diabetes?
Ask about the power of 3 with Ozempic.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Holiday Heating.
Who has the deals?
Furniture Row!
Who has the deals?
Furniture Row!
The Memorial Day Super Sale was so great, we just had to extend it. And with trucks still rolling in, the savings keep getting better and better. The more you buy,
the more you save. Save $100 for every 1,000 you spend.
Check out special purchases while they last. And financing? We're talking 6 years, no interest. But don't wait. The extended Memorial Day Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Every food you love is good food. And the foods we love, they're all a little different. At Yolks, we believe food is meant to be made just the way you like it. So whether it's filling you up, or giving you comfort, or trying something new, it's all good if you're making something you love. Whatever you're into, we've got you at Yolks Fresh Market.
BECU wants to help you celebrate your dad this June with the fantastic Father's Day contest. Send us a photo of your father and tell us the impact he's had on your life. He'll be entered for a chance to win a $75 gift card to Agers Meats. Fantastic Fathers, brought to you by BECU.
When your home needs work, where do you go?
Angie.
Angie?
That's where Angie came in.
With Angie, find top-rated certified pros in your area. Plus, compare quotes and pricing to help you get all your jobs done well. Find top-rated certified pros in your area at Angie.com.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning, Northwest. I'm Sydney Charles. Robin and Natalie are off this morning. It is Friday, May 31st. TGIF. Matt Gray is in for Mark Peterson with your First Alert forecast.
And it is going to be a beautiful Friday across the inland Northwest. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for watching us. 45 in Spokane. Coeur d'Alene's at 42. A lot warmer than we were in many places at this time. time yesterday where we had frost and freeze warnings. We had some of those up today, but I think at this point we are all good. We can wave goodbye to some of those chilly temperatures after the next hour or two. You can see we're in the 30s right now in Sandpoint and Colville. Bonners Ferry in the 30s as well, along with St. Mary's. Most of us, though, are working our way through the 40s. And tell you what, before long, we'll be hitting 60 degrees. It's going to be a much faster warm-up today, and that's because we're on our way to the 70s across eastern Washington. Look at Moses Lake, 77. Omak hit 77 as well. We're upper 70s in the LC Valley. Really, the only cool spot in eastern Washington is going to be Pullman, upper 60s, and we'll see lots of upper 60s across north Idaho. Bonners Ferry, a lower elevation, pop up to around 70 degrees. Lots of sunshine through the day today, but there is rain on the way, and we are tracking some even hotter weather coming up not too long from now. Your extended forecast is coming up.
Matt, thank you. And at the Breaking Now desk, we're following new reaction to the historic conviction of former President Donald Trump. Trump has scheduled a news conference at 11 a.m. Eastern this morning, his first as a convicted felon. Sources say Trump's team was not surprised by the verdict, but was surprised at how quickly it came down. A Manhattan jury found Trump guilty on all 34 felony counts in his hush money trial. The former president left a fundraiser in New York last night, hours after the historic verdict. His campaign says their fundraising website was overwhelmed with donations, causing the site to crash. Trump is also getting support on Capitol Hill from other Republicans. House Speaker Mike Johnson calling the verdict absurd. Now Trump faces a sentence that could range from probation to up to 4 years behind bars. But prison time is considered highly unlikely. The judge scheduled sentencing for July 11th, 4 days before the Republican National Convention. Experts say Trump is unlikely to see any punishment before the November election because the appeals process could take several months. Trump's team could take multiple avenues with their appeal. They could take issue with the pretrial publicly, arguing it tainted the jury. And they'll likely point out that the Manhattan DA, Alvin Bragg, a state-level prosecutor, was enforcing federal election law, questioning his authority to even bring the case.
While this defendant may be unlike any other in American history, we arrived at this trial and ultimately today at this verdict in the same manner as every other case.
Bragg upgraded the charges in this case to felonies, saying he believed Trump also broke election laws by falsifying financial documents, which Trump was unaware of until the trial started. If Trump loses his expected appeal, the judge in this case will have broad discretion over this sentence, factoring in everything from Trump's age, his lack of a criminal record, and Trump's conduct during the trial. In Moscow, attorneys for suspected killer Bryan Kohberger tried to compel more evidence to be handed over that would support his alibi. Kohberger is accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students in a shared off-campus home in November of 2022. The alibi his lawyers have maintained is that he was driving around stargazing. The defense grilled a detective on this case over surveillance video tracking a white Hyundai Elantra believed to be driven by the killer. A cell phone geolocation expert testified that he believes up to 3% of the data from Kohberger's phone has not been turned over to his lawyers. Another request from the defense was for the federal grand jury subpoenas. A second hearing that was closed to the public was held yesterday afternoon, featuring 2 more witnesses who discussed investigative genetic genealogy. Well, the Moses Lake School District is laying off another 85 positions in the latest move to try and dig itself out of a $20 million budget crisis. The newest round impacts classified staff across several departments. Those are people who work in a school district but aren't licensed teachers. This can include paraeducators, clerical and administrative staff, transportation services, food and nutrition services, and custodians. Acting Superintendent Carol Lewis releasing a statement reading, "We value the contributions of our classified staff and recognize the impact this will have on their lives and other schools and students." Adding, "Unfortunately, these steps are essential to ensure the financial sustainability of our organization." Now, several factors have led to this budget crisis, including a failed levy. But the biggest factor was an $11 million accounting mistake. A previous round of layoffs included around 100 teachers losing their jobs. Well, Boeing says it will make sweeping changes in a new safety report meant to reassure travelers and industry regulators that its planes are safe to fly. Its new strategy is designed to improve aircraft quality following a series of incidents involving its planes, including a door plug blowout aboard an Alaska Airlines jet in January. Boeing has taken responsibility for the blowout and says it's already taking action, including providing clearer instructions during assembly, making training improvements, and adding more tools.
Boeing is now required to have a mandatory safety management system, which will ensure a structured, repeatable, systematic approach to identify hazards and manage risks.
The Federal Aviation Administration will continue to monitor Boeing closely. This may be one of Boeing's last major milestones under CEO David Calhoun, who announced after the Alaska Airlines blowout that he and other senior managers would leave the company this year. A consumer alert now for you this morning. Do not drive. That's the message to nearly 84,000 drivers of older Nissans until they get their airbags fixed. The airbags are part of an open recall, but owners have not had them repaired. The airbags can explode in even relatively minor crashes. The vehicles impacted include certain 2002 to 2006 Sentras, 2002 to 2004 Pathfinders, and 2002 to 2003 Infiniti QX4s. Owners should immediately check to see if their vehicle's airbag is part of this recall, and if so, call Nissan. More than 24 people in the U.S. have been killed by the malfunctioning airbags, and hundreds more were allegedly injured. Good morning, Northwest. Time is now 6:36. Yes, it is cold, and yes, it will be warmer coming up soon. When can we expect that, Matt?
Well, as soon as this afternoon, we're finally back up into the 70s, but
yes.
The warmth is going to come with a little bit of rain for this weekend.
Okay.
So we're going to help you plan around that wet weather when it gets here coming up.
And a statewide styrofoam ban is in effect. How some local businesses are bracing for a big change. Next.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
Our 30th anniversary celebration continues at Mystiqua Casino Hotel. Play your favorite games with your Sun Club card to win your share of $22,000 cash and one of several Traeger grills. Learn more at Mystiqua.com.
Hi, I'm Catherine Forner, and we love our own backyard so much, we built all of this. With hardwood decking and Basilite pavers. And we just finished this deck for one of our best customers. With TimberTech decking and Fortress railing. And we get everything we need from Par. With Shauna's help.
Everything from design to delivery.
What would we do without you?
Par, your total home building source since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you gonna build?
Every life lost to an opioid overdose is a big deal, especially to the friends, families, and communities left behind. But one small act can make a big difference. Naloxone, or Narcan, can reverse an overdose from opioids, including fentanyl. Almost every time it's used, naloxone saves a life. When they carry and use naloxone, friends save friends, brothers save sisters, parents save their kids. And that's huge. Find naloxone and learn how to use it at wafriendsforlife.org.
Is it possible to be more capable and more practical? Be able to perform here and here. Make a statement while barely making a sound. And command the road, as well as what lies ahead. How we get there matters. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Mystiqua Casino Hotel is open. Stay with us, relax and rejuvenate while taking advantage of our amazing amenities, including a restaurant and lounge open to the public daily starting at 3 p.m. north of Spokane on Highway 395.
Welcome back. Starting next week, your takeout order is going to look a little different. Styrofoam containers will soon be banned in Washington, and local businesses are bracing for the change. Starting June 1st, restaurants and other businesses will not be allowed to use styrofoam cups, coolers, trays, bowls, or containers. This is all part of a 2021 law that's trying to get rid of plastic that becomes trash and litter. The owners of Aloha Island Grill in Spokane say they've been preparing for this change, but it will impact their menu. With just a couple of days to spare, they're still considering the cost of alternative to-go packaging. Right now, they use styrofoam containers for plates, sides, and drink orders.
So it's about 1,000 count in one box, and we're probably going through a box a day, if that. So.
The Department of Ecology says there are some exceptions, including egg cartons and packaging for raw, uncooked meat and fish.
A takeaway for your weather as we get the weekend started. Pretty soon, we're going to have a pretty nice Friday and Saturday, but the rain will start up on Sunday. That is going to last into the start of the week before more warm weather.
A national network of local news sites has been relying on artificial intelligence to report stories, and it's causing some experts to sound the alarm. Hoodline bills itself as a national news network, offering in-depth reporting from major cities across the country. But according to a CNN report, last year, the news outlet began filling its site with AI-generated articles that carry fake bylines. Experts say it purposely tricks readers by mimicking a standards-based news organization with real journalists. They warn that relying too heavily on the technology threatens to diminish the public's trust in news and supercharge the spread of misinformation. Well, your everyday Band-Aids could soon be getting a high-tech upgrade. Take a look at this. This bandage is filled with tiny sensors that can detect how a wound is healing. Some smart bandages will even allow doctors to remotely dispense treatments.
The doctor can give a little zap of electricity that can help promote healing. The doctor can open a tiny little valve in the bandage to release some kind of an ointment or a cream.
Researchers say it would be a game changer for people with diabetes, which often stalls wound healing. Many smart bandages have shown promising results in lab tests, but they're still years away from hitting the market.
There are for sure some technical challenges, but really when I talk to experts, what they talk about is more the financial challenges. You have to convince Medicare, you have to convince insurance companies to pay for this. You have to figure out how it's going to be paid for. Really, that's the big challenge ahead.
One bandage is being tested on people, which is expected to take 18 months. It would then need FDA approval. Good morning, Northwest. It is now 6:53. Graduation season is underway, and we'll tell you when several local high schoolers are having their ceremonies. And another school just had a graduation of its own. How preschoolers and high schoolers are working together to get a head start on their futures when Good Morning Northwest continues.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Life's busy. Off is not an option. You need to be on. On time, on the go, on the call, or just ready to play on. Life's waiting. Power on with Batteries Plus. Visit one of over 700 locations today.
From the stories you should know. Get out! To the stories you need to know.
Cheers.
Inside Edition.
These are the stories that impact your life.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
Right now, there's just so much happening in our world.
And so much happening.
Right here in the Northwest.
Making sense of it all, that's not always so easy.
And that's where we come in.
Good Morning Northwest and Good Morning America.
We're right here, and we got you.
We got you, Northwest. We owe everything to our troops, past and present, for their honor, courage, and dedication. As a token of our appreciation, 4 News Now and Global Credit Union are encouraging you to once again wear red on Fridays.
Join us in recognizing our troops and their families for allowing us the freedom we enjoy every day as Americans. Stop into any Global branch to pick up a red pin and show your support.
And then wear red every Friday from now until September 11th.
Wear Red Fridays, brought to you by 4 News Now and Global Credit Union.
We invite you to experience excellence. Choose George Gee Kia Spokane. Shop us and you'll see we have
the best team in the Pacific Northwest.
George Gee Kia Spokane is locally owned and family operated. Located in Liberty Lake, just off I-90. At George Gee Kia Spokane, our mission is to exceed your expectations. We look forward to helping you find your new Kia. Visit the George Gee Kia team in Liberty Lake off I-90 or online anytime at SpokaneKia.com.
What does RV stand for? Recreational vehicle or ruined vacation? At Click-It RV, we want you to have a fun, safe camping experience. So for the month of May, get to any Click-It RV store and get a professional propane leak test, tire pressure check, wheel bearings, roof, slide and battery test. And all inspections are free because we want you and yours to have a safe camping season. Thinking of upgrading? Check out their used selection of new and used top brands like Grand Design, Rockwood, Flagstaff, Winnebago, and more. So get to a Click-It RV store near you for a free inspection and keep your family safe.
Batteries Plus has the national scale for all your power needs and a dedicated expert for the local support you want. Power on with Batteries Plus Business.
PAR, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you going to build?
Welcome back. Graduation season begins this weekend for local high schools. Seniors at Liberty High School in Spangle will graduate tomorrow. Students at Gonzaga Prep will go through commencement Sunday at the McCarthy Athletic Center. Lakeland High School in Rathdrum will hold its ceremony next Wednesday, while Cheney and Medical Lake have graduation next Thursday. Nearly 24 local high schools will see their seniors graduate between Friday, June 7th and Monday, June 10th. And we continue celebrating graduating seniors across the Inland Northwest. This is Olivia Cannon from Mount Spokane High School. The message we received says Olivia is hardworking, dedicated, and can't wait to leave her mark on the world and learn all she can at WSU. Congrats to her. And if you want to celebrate your student and enter them to win a $50 gift card, you can submit their photo online for a chance to be featured right here on 4 News Now. You can do that at kxly.com/class of 2024. And one very special group at Ferris High School had a graduation ceremony of its own. They're part of Spokane Public Schools' early childhood education program. It's a preschool class offered at North Central, Shadle Park, and Ferris. It gives high schoolers the chance to gain experience and college credits and pursue a future job as a teacher by teaching little kids. And parents pay as little as $15 a month.
It's a head start in college credits, and then it's also, you know, the benefit of career and technical ed is that whatever we have them in, they're gaining employability skills, they're learning how to be responsible.
If you're interested in signing up your high schooler or preschooler for this program, find the link inside this story on KXLY.com. Such exciting stuff. And here is a live look. Beautiful morning. I can see the sun is already out, and oh my gosh, it's gorgeous, Matt.
It is a beautiful start to the day. Warmer this morning as well. So we've had some frost and some freezing temperatures the last few mornings.
Right.
We're going to wave goodbye to that.
Oh my goodness.
Heading into the weekend. Yeah, it's going to feel a little bit more like late spring instead of early spring over the weekend. And well, typically, that usually means there is some rain in the forecast, and that's what we will see on Sunday. Saturday is not going to be perfectly dry, but I tell you what, you should be able to make your plans for Saturday with some confidence. Sunday, you better be planning for some showers by the end of the day. Let's take you through the timeline here of the weekend. So we're going to have some mountain showers starting on Saturday morning up near the international border, but I'm not expecting much, if anything, to get down into our valley locations. Now, we may see a shower or two push its way down to the valleys in the afternoon in these areas, and there is just a very small chance, but it's still a chance for maybe a sprinkle in your yard around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Overall, once again, this is going to be, any showers will be here and gone and be very light. So make your plans on Saturday. Don't worry about it. However, Sunday, different story. And the trend here over the last couple days is having this rain arrive earlier and earlier in the day. As you can see, this is about noon, and already there's quite a bit of moisture that's moved into the inland northwest. So I ended up raising the rain chances today, or the rain chances for Sunday from yesterday. Now up to 50% for Sunday. We know it's going to be a wet day on Monday. We've known that for a little while. Now up to 90% odds, and then things calm down considerably heading later into the week. And if you've been missing the warm weather, you are going to like what happens once this storm is out of here on Monday. Next week, high pressure, big high pressure, taking over the western United States. This will likely be across the entire western U.S., the warmest weather of the season so far. And I do believe that is going to include us here in the inland Northwest. And look, as we head into past next weekend or into next weekend and beyond, still the bullseye here for warm weather, most likely heading into next Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and beyond. But by Thursday, we're up into the 80s, and how high we'll go, still to be determined, but it looks like it is going to be very, very warm in a week from now.
All right, wonderful. Thank you so much, Matt. And good morning, Northwest. Time is now 6:50. Your morning sprint is coming up next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Canopy Credit Union.
Welcome to Coeur d'Alene Honda.
Thank you. I've been coming here for years, and I've always felt just like family.
Our customers love how easy it is to do business with us.
We have Hondas for every budget.
And we have some of the best pre-owned vehicles to choose from, and select pre-owned Hondas come with their lifetime warranty.
And all new Hondas come with the first year of free maintenance.
Coeur d'Alene Honda with the nationwide lifetime warranty at no additional cost to you.
Awarded Dealer of the Year and rated 4.7 on Google.
At Coeur d'Alene Honda, we've been family owned and operated for over 50 years.
And don't forget about the lifetime warranty.
Looks like you need some kind of quick payment to settle this whole mess.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to those one call that's all guys.
We want to make sure you're actually taken care of after an accident like this.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Do you know a child who is grieving after the loss of a loved one? Hospice of North Idaho wants to invite them to Camp Kinixu, their annual Kids Grief Camp. During this free 3-day, 1-overnight camp, kids ages 6 to 16 will be invited to join a safe and supportive environment where they will be surrounded by others who are sharing a similar experience through fun, support, and expression. Camp activities paired with grief support will assist campers in addressing their feelings. For your application, visit their website or call for more information.
KXLY 4 News Now invites you to Avista Stadium Friday night, May 31st for Dinosaur Night. Watch and interact with your favorite prehistoric creatures as they come to life courtesy of the UPS store. Dig for fossils and take pictures with your favorite dinosaurs, including Otto and Doris. Spokane against Everett, Friday, May 31st. Tickets and game times at SpokaneIndians.com. Dinosaur Night, presented by the UPS store and KXLY 4 News Now.
At Liberty Park, we've been growing our own since 1928, and we continue to be your go-to greenhouse for all your gardening needs, including custom container planting. We have a colorful selection of annuals, perennials, and hanging baskets. With several varieties of tomatoes and other veggie starts, we have all you need to kick off your vegetable garden. We also carry yard art, soil, and pots of all sizes and colors. Liberty Park Greenhouse and Garden Center is now open in the historic South Perry District.
The 4 News Now Extreme team is bringing back Gardening for Grands. We want to bring a bit of color to 4 local retirement homes. Thank you to East Valley Middle School for volunteering, and thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme team.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Your time is 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Friday in the morning sprint. We're giving you a rundown of some events happening this weekend. Matt Gray's here to let us know if the weather will cooperate and one road construction project beginning as another one wraps up. But first, we begin with the historic conviction of former President Donald Trump. The verdict coming after nearly 10 hours of deliberations. A jury of 12 New Yorkers found Trump guilty on all 34 counts, convicting him of falsifying business records to keep a payment to porn actress Stormy Daniels' secret from voters before the 2016 election. His sentencing date is set for July 11th, just 4 days before the Republican convention. Now, following the reading of the verdict, Idaho Governor Brad Little came out in support of Trump on Twitter, writing, quote, "The American people will deliver the only verdict that matters in November. #Trump 2024. As for what's next for the former president following the historic conviction, that's coming up next on Good Morning America. The Moses Lake School District is laying off another 85 positions in the latest move to try and dig itself out of a $20 million budget crisis. The newest round impacts classified staff across several departments. Those are people who work in a school district but aren't licensed teachers. Several factors have led to this budget crisis, including a failed levy. But the biggest factor was an $11 million accounting mistake. A previous round of layoffs included around 100 teachers losing their jobs. Well, the Spokane Valley Police Department arrested a man yesterday morning for stealing a woman's purse. On Wednesday evening, a woman told police a man pinned her against her car as she was putting her child into a car seat and demanded she give him her purse. She handed it over and he left with it. She then noticed fraudulent charges on her credit card, and police used that information to track his location. Using video footage, police identified 59-year-old Keith Simpson and arrested him yesterday morning. He's been booked into the Spokane County Jail for second-degree robbery.
It is going to be a beautiful and warmer Friday across the inland Northwest. Our highs will be in the 70s. Our rain chances are extremely low for today. However, those rain chances will be going up as we head into the weekend. We could see an isolated sprinkle Saturday, Sunday. The second half of the day will be wet, and we've got some soggy weather coming in for Monday.
In Moscow, attorneys for suspected killer Bryan Kohberger tried to compel more evidence to be handed over that would support his alibi. Kohberger is accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students in a shared off-campus home in November of 2022. The alibi his lawyers have maintained is that he was driving around stargazing. The defense grilled a detective on the case over surveillance video, tracking a white Hyundai Elantra believed to be driven by the killer. A cell phone geolocation expert testified that he believes up to 3% of the data from Kohberger's phone has not been turned over to his lawyers. Another request from the defense was for the federal grand jury subpoenas. A second hearing that was closed to the public was held in the afternoon, featuring 2 more witnesses who discussed investigative genetic genealogy. A styrofoam container ban goes into effect in Washington tomorrow. Restaurants and other businesses will not be allowed to use styrofoam cups, coolers, trays, bowls, or containers. This is all part of a 2021 law that's trying to get rid of plastic that becomes trash and litter. The owners of Aloha Island Grill in Spokane say they've been preparing for this change, but it will impact their menu. The Department of Ecology says there are some exceptions, including egg cartons and packaging for raw, uncooked meat and fish. And drivers who go through Riverfront Park will see major traffic impacts starting Monday. The southbound lanes of the Washington Street Bridge will be completely closed, and only one lane will be open for drivers heading north. City crews will replace bridge expansion joints and the deck overlay. Construction is expected to last until August, and drivers should use Division, Monroe, or Ash instead. And just a few blocks away, the Post Street Bridge that's been closed for 5 years is expected to open next week. It will have one northbound lane for cars, as well as pedestrian and bicycle routes. And a live look at the pavilion in Riverfront Park, which is right in the middle of Picklefest 2024.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Are you a proud plant parent? At Numerica, you'll find money answers just for you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
Hi, I'm Catherine Forner, and we love our own backyard so much, we built all of this. And we get everything we need from PAR, with Shauna's help.
Everything from design to delivery.
PAR, go where the builders go.
What are you gonna build?
Watch KXLY Plus over the air on KXLY ABC4. Live updates, breaking news, weather every 10 minutes from the 4 News Now team. Get up to date on the information you need in just an hour. Weekdays at 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. over the air on KXLY ABC4.
Why do dermatologists worldwide recommend La Roche-Posay? Effective skincare like La Roche-Posay Double Repair Face Moisturizer delivers double action to help repair skin's barrier and provide 48-hour hydration for healthy-looking skin. La Roche-Posay.
Thank you for waking up with Good Morning Northwest. It is a beautiful morning A little warmer as well. We're waving goodbye to frost. We're saying hello to more average temperatures as we'll stay in the 70s for a couple of days. Then we've got some wet weather coming in for Sunday and Monday, so you may have to adjust your Sunday plans, especially the second half of the day. And then, oh boy, summer weather. It looks like it is on the way. We're going to be at least in the low 80s by this time next week. We could end up being a lot warmer. We'll be tracking that through the weekend.
And thank you so much for watching Good Morning Northwest on KXLY 4 News Now. GMA starts now.